Well, good afternoon. It's my hope that your day is coming up well. Welcome on board. It is time for the news now. Lots of updates for you. And of course, that is in relation to what is happening around you and beyond. And of course, my name is Linda Alela. I'll be taking you through this session as we begin with this story where President William Ruto has reiterated that his government is determined to transform Kenya's health sector by making reforms in the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, that is KEMSA, of course ensuring that they bridge the gap in supply of medicines. The president was speaking during an engagement with grassroots leaders from Turkana County in State House here in Nairobi.
Na vile vile we are now moving na hawa governors. Tumekubaliana pia na governors madawa. Kwa sababu shida kubwa sana katika hospitali zetu ni madawa. Mtu anaenda kwa hospitali, anaandikiwa makaratasi mingi, mwisho hakuna dawa. Ama namna gani? Si ndio? So nimeketi chini hawa ndugu zangu governors. Na tumekubaliana na governors. And I'm going to work with them because we must sort this problem. Sasa KEMSA, tumepatia pesa KEMSA another 10 billion ya kuhakikisha kwamba kuna madawa hapa KEMSA every day. Sasa ile kazi iko. We are now working the channel. Hatutaki dawa tena itoke Nairobi iende Lodwar. Hapana. Tunataka dawa itoke Nairobi iende kwa hospitali.
Okay, now a third-year student from the University of Nairobi Kikuyu campus has been arrested for allegedly stabbing his roommate to death following a dispute over flushing the toilet. And of course, according to Kikuyu Sub-County DCI Officer Omondi Ugola, the altercation escalated when Justice Otieno allegedly used a kitchen knife to stab Brian Wamboi. The victim was rushed to Kikuyu Hospital but died while receiving treatment. Omondi urged youth to resolve conflicts peacefully, warning against trivial disputes escalating into fatal violence. The suspect was arraigned in court as police sought custodial orders to complete investigations. Brian Wamboi's body is at the Thogoto Mission Hospital mortuary awaiting postmortem.
One student had stabbed another. The student was rushed to PCA Kikuyu Hospital, where later on we learned that the student had passed on. We suspect that the death was caused by the stab injury. So I'm here to confirm that we took up the matter. The police and the DCI and the members of the community worked together. The investigations were carried out. We were able to apprehend the suspect. The suspected murder weapon was secured, and today the suspect has been arraigned to court. We are seeking custodial orders so that we can further the investigations. We are yet to establish the motive of the attack, and once the investigations are complete, we will be recommending charges.
All right, away from that unfortunate story, the Health Cabinet Secretary, Aden Duale, today held a high-level consultative meeting with the Council of Governors to advance discussions on transitioning universal health coverage UHC staff to permanent and pensionable terms. The meeting also brought in the Public Service Commission and, of course, to deliberate on career guidelines for health workers, a move seen as critical to strengthening Kenya's healthcare system, as well as securing the future of the health workforce. Among those in attendance were COG Chairperson, that is Ahmed Abdullahi, Health Committee Chair, that is Governor Muthomi Njuki, Principal Secretaries Dr. Ouma Oluga and Mary Muthoni, as well as SHA CEO Dr. Masi Mwangangi. The talks come amid growing pressure to resolve funding gaps and finalize the verification of over 7,400 UHC staff cleared for absorption, following concerns raised by counties over ghost workers and unfunded mandates. Still on matters health, doctors and other health workers in Lamu County have joined nurses in paralyzing all health services by going on strike. Speaking during a demonstration in the town of Mpeketoni, the doctors said they had decided to strike after the Lamu County government ignored their complaints and demands. And according to the doctors, they have not been paid their salaries for the past 3 months, not received job promotions, and have faced threats at work. That is among challenges.
Sekta ya afya ni ile sekta muhimu sana. Madaktari hawa wanafaa kuwa kazini. Lakini kushinda kila siku kwa barabara, sauti yetu haisikiki. Hii ndio kitu inatushangaza sana na kaunti hii ya Lamu. Ukiangalia kaunti zingine mgomo ilianza kwa wauguzi mgomo ilianza tarehe 8. Kaunti nyingi wamerudi kazini. Hii yetu tukianza tu mgomo hii lazima upate mambo mengine yanatoka huku. Ile matako ya wafanyikazi wa afya haisikizwi.
Kuanzia leo tarehe 2 mwezi wa 9, wahudumu wote wa afya ambao wamehitimu sawasawa hawako hospitalini. Mkienda huko hospitalini, wale ambao wanahudumu saa hizi ni ambao hawajaweza kuhitimu sawasawa. Kwa hivyo sasa tunaweza kuambia wananchi waweze kutafuta huduma za afya, huduma mbadala, kwa sababu hatuna wahudumu ambao wanahitimu kazini kwa sasa.
Ile kitu tumeamua kufanya huyu mgomo sahihi ni kwamba grievances zetu hazisikizwi. Ya kwanza ikiwa ni ya promotion, ya pili ikiwa redesignation, ya tatu ikiwa mambo ya salary delay, ya 4 intimidation, mambo ya politics kuingizwa kwa healthcare workers. Kwa hivyo sisi hatuna nia mbaya na serikali. Tunaipenda serikali yetu na we respect it, lakini tuwaomba nayo serikali akiwa gavana wetu na waziri wetu wa afya watusikize.
And residents of Umandi Ward in Laikipia County are demanding a clarity and fairness in the distribution of 500 million shillings compensation paid by the British government. The payout follows a 2021 fire allegedly sparked by British military training, which destroyed over 12,000 acres of the Luldaiga Conservancy. Now, though the funds were released last week as part of an out-of-court settlement, some residents claim the process lacked transparency. Now, many say they were excluded entirely, while others who were not directly affected allegedly received payments. The victims are now calling on the national government to intervene and explain just how the funds were allocated. Some have also accused lawyers involved in the case of benefiting disproportionately and leaving genuine victims with minimal compensation. The settlement, described as historic, saw individual payouts ranging from 22,500 shillings to 2.5 million. But frustrations remain over the criteria used and the absence of community-wide consultation.
So, mimi tunauliza, British waje watuambie wamelipa hawa mawakili pesa ngapi? Abaye tulikuwa tunataka watulipe 100 billion. Hakuna hata mmoja alipata pesa. Wale walipata pesa hatujui.
Ni kwa nini hatujalipwa? Mbali watu ambao wametoka mbali kabisa hata wajui Mramati ni wapi wamekula hizi pesa.
Mbili. Mzungu atatoa kitu ambaye anajua kuna watu waliathirika. Sisi ndio hawa tunakuja wengine wanapewa 22,500 ambayo ukienda bank upewi hiyo, kuna ile bank imekula.
Right, some bit of politics. The Democracy for Citizens Party, DCP, has officially unveiled its candidate for the upcoming November by-election in Purko Ward, Kajiado County. Speaking during the event held Tuesday, DCP party leader and former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua introduced Simon Sanare Saidimo as the party's flag bearer. Gachagua, flanked by local leaders, expressed confidence in Saidimo's ability to represent the ward effectively. He also used the occasion to address recent tensions in Oletipis, Narok County, urging the Mar and Kikuyu communities to embrace dialogue and involve elders in resolving disputes peacefully. He emphasized that lasting peace and unity are essential for development in the region, calling on leaders to prioritize reconciliation over division.
Nitawahakikishia Wakenya na niwahakikishie watu wa Kajiado pia na watu wa Purko, kiti itakuja kwa chama ya DCP kwa neema ya Mungu kiti itakuja pande hii. Kwa hivyo ya leo sitasema mengi.
Na mimi nataka nishukuru wazee katika ward hiyo. Wakasema hao wote watoto ni wetu, ni wa chama moja, ni wa boma moja, wanapendana na hakuna haja waende kupigana, na ikakubalika wazee wakiwepo ya kwamba Bwana Sanare ndio akuwe candidate wetu. Mimi ningetaka kuomba jamii yetu ya Wamaa katika Narok na wale watu ya jamii ya Wakikuyu katika Nakuru, katika Njoro, sisi watu ya mlima na watu ya Maa ni mashemeji na hatuna shida yeyote kati ya jamii zote mbili. Na tumeongea na Bwana Kamwaro na wazee wa Kikuyu pale, waketishe wazee, hilo ni jambo kidogo, itatuliwe, watu waishi kwa amani.
Former Bungoma Governor Wycliffe Wangamati, 9 of his relatives and several directors of construction firms have been charged with 27 counts of corruption, including fraudulent procurement, conflict of interest and money laundering. Appearing before the Milimani Anti-Corruption Court, the prosecution alleged that Wangamati and his co-accused siphoned over 271 million Kenya shillings through irregular county contracts. The funds were allegedly funneled to companies linked to his family and associates. Wangamati was released on a 5 million shillings bond or a cash bail of 1.5 million. He pleaded not guilty to all charges before Principal Magistrate Zipporah Gishana. The case is being prosecuted under the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act and Public Procurement laws.
Have been presented to this court and taken plea on various charges. They appear variously and in subsets in the total of 27 charges presented before court today. This ruling is chiefly on the application for bail. At the onset, it's necessary to state that the state does not oppose bail. Their plea to this court is that it takes into consideration the nature of the charges each of the accused has pleaded to. As an additional check to the right and the sanctity of trial, the state also argues that the accused persons and the legal representative are to observe the sub judice rules strictly. The state also seeks that there be a countermand against the accused's interference with the witnesses. In their response, the defense has reiterated that bail is a constitutional right. They went to great lengths to show that the charges were not as serious as are in many similar matters. They pointed out further that
All right, and we now get sporty, where the Harambee Stars kicked off their official training sessions yesterday as they gear up for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Gambia and Seychelles. Kenya currently sits fourth in Group F, with Ivory Coast firmly at the top on 16 points, followed closely by Gabon and Burundi.
Since the season started, and then that's how the squad came to be selected. And obviously the boys from the Chan tournament, everybody's done well. So it's kind of unfair to say the ones who's here was the best ones and the ones who's not here. It's just because some of the positions that you have in the team clashes with some of the international players. So you have to make the tough decision that we're looking forward to. We want to collect as many points as possible, and it is Gambia's the first game.
All right, Kenya national men's football champions Kenya Police FC will have to be at their best as the Sekafa Kagame Cup after they were drawn in group alongside Tanzania's Singida Black Stars. The group also features Ethiopian Coffee SC as well as Garde Cortez FC of Djibouti. 2024 runners-up are Rwanda, that is APR, were placed in Group B alongside NECFC and Bumamuru FC. The tournament, which features a total of 12 teams, will run from September 2nd to 15th in the Tanzanian capital, Dar es Salaam.
Excited to participate here and to show everything that we have, and this is not also good not only good for us, also it is good for Africa as a whole. And you see that is the competition level that we had in the CHAN. So this is one of the indications that we can move to another level. So
sababu sisi Sekafa tumekuwa na mashindano mengi. Tunakuwa mashindano ya vijana, ya wanawake, ya vilabu pia kwa wanawake. Sasa hivi tunacheza, kwa mfano mwezi huu tena hapa Nairobi kutakuwa na mashindano ya wanawake ya Sekafa kwa clubs. Ni jambo jema kuhakikisha kwamba sisi vijana wetu au maeneo yetu ya Sekafa timu zetu zinakuwa katika mashindano ili kuweza kufanya vizuri.
All right, that's what we have prepared for you this afternoon. We're certainly working on more later. That is at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. The same will be broadcasted to you. Thank you so much for keeping it TV47. It was great having you. My name is Linda Alela. Do have yourself a lovely Tuesday afternoon.